what is up you guys, Jane here and welcome to day 5 of my thesis writing vlog. So today I got lunch on my way into uni and had it before I sat down at my desk so that I wouldn't have to get up later so that I could work for a more continuous period of time. I then sat down at my desk at 11:46 in the morning, so almost but not quite noon. And we're picking up where we left off yesterday at 4,139 words. Now, I'm currently writing the introduction to my thesis, of which I'm planning to write 5 or 6 chapters, of which I'm currently still on the first one. Now, within chapter 1, I've got various different sub-chapters that I have been writing, and I've been stuck on one of these sub-chapters for the past 2 or 3 days, and I thought today I should just move on to the next sub-chapter. But of course everything that I read is related, so even though I tried to move on to the next sub-chapter, I kept finding papers that actually related to the last one that I thought I was done with. And I decided I wasn't. So I ended up spending today just fleshing out the last sub-chapter that I decided to leave behind. And then I worked continuously for about 5 hours, in which time I had written 923 words and read an additional 10 papers. And then I packed up my stuff and went and found a room to tutor in because I had a class to teach at 5:30. I then tutored from 5:30 to almost 7. And then I hung around for a little bit extra just to prepare some homework for my students, which I sent off, and then I headed home around 8 o'clock. So just reflecting on the day, yes, I wrote 923 words in approximately 5 hours, and that is the highest daily word count to date. So on the one hand, I'm happy with it, but on the other hand, I'm not, and here's why. I've realised that the reason I was producing only 300 to 600 words per day before was because those words were carefully chosen. So I would read a lot of papers, make sense of what I wanted to say, and then very carefully write those sentences. And so I would be quite happy with submitting those paragraphs to my supervisor. They're not perfect, but they are readable. Whereas today I thought, let me just get something down the page and try this instead. So I read papers and I just basically took notes. They're still full sentences and paragraphs that, they aren't bullet point notes, but they don't necessarily read well when it comes to scientific literature. And so I now have to go back and edit and refine these paragraphs and inevitably cut them down because I think I've written way too many words for the amount of content that there is. I don't know if this is the way to go because on the one hand I feel very productive because obviously my word count has gone up, but on the other hand I feel a bit sad knowing that I'm going to have to come back to this and edit this more than what I had written before today. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow and see how it goes. Anyway, that was all for today's vlog. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.